Welcome back to Beyond Sunday. I'm Stuart Thompson. This is Father Martin Castaneda.
Father Martin Castaneda. We just had a moment of a freeze moment, a senior moment. So welcome to Laetare Sunday, and what a joy, what an opportunity for us to wear rose color, not pink.
Not pink. Jesus didn't pink from the dead, he rose from it.
That's right. Not pink and not purple, but it is rose. And so here it is, an opportunity for us to celebrate that the joy that's coming, the anticipation of the resurrection, of the life, death, and resurrection of our Lord. Mm-hmm. But, you know, for us, freedom is coming. And so sometimes, not always, Stephen, sometimes we take this week and we celebrate. Right?
A little early?
Yeah, we celebrate a little bit early because we know what's about to happen, what's coming up, and so we're all like, "Ow!" And sometimes we fall off of that Lenten path, right? Yeah. That Lenten journey, and so how do we rise from that? How do we pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and start again?
You know, the church does give us a break. I mean, it's not a break to stop your Lenten penances, but it's like, hey, you know, this thing is coming up. It's joyful anticipation. It's okay. Don't take a reprieve and stop it, but take a breath. And like lighten, that's why like the rose is a little lighter than the purple. So lighten up, but then we're back in the journey. Right. And some people say, well, I'm lightening up, I'm gonna
partying on out, or whatever.
And
forget my Lenten promises.
Yeah, and think, okay, well, this is a break, or this is too hard. I've been doing this for 27 days or something like this, and this is just too difficult. And I just need a reprieve. I need a break. And a lot of times it's that bumping up to that moment. It's that little push through where you see you're almost like at a plateau. I can't move it, and then you break through it, and that's where you see the most growth. But a lot of people want to just take that break and break off. And a lot of things and again, what's true for the body is true for the soul. Same thing happens like in a diet phase. Like they get to a certain point, they've lost weight, they've had good success, they're fine, and then they hit a plateau for a couple of days, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and my weight's not going down, I'm still doing the things I'm supposed to do, and they get to this pity me party or whatever, and then they say, well, forget it, I'm just going to eat all the pancakes I can eat. And then it does the opposite effect when they're truly just a day away from seeing a big drop again. And maybe in the same way in their journey in Lent, it could be the same thing. Like, I've tried so hard and I've got this progress, but in the last week or so, it's just been extra hard. So I'm just going to forget it.
Well, I think that's where you actually should call in somebody to help you, right? Oh. Why go through this by yourself? Invite somebody to journey with you on this path. Find somebody that's going to hold you accountable, right? To give you the strength and the courage and encourage you to continue to move forward. Just like a trainer. I mean, you train people all the time, right? And so sometimes when you tell me to go work out, I may do it, and then I was like, forget this, I'm done, right? And so sometimes I need somebody there to cheer me on, to say, you can do this.
Yeah,
right?
This whole principle of like the 70%, when you think you're all the way done, like you're only 70% of what you actually can do. And, and the important part about Lent is that it's not us doing it. Like, we're participating, we're full active participants in what we've chosen to do, but God's doing the work, and it's His grace that's going to see us through. And so we have to, almost like He's our trainer, and we have to lean into Him saying, hey, one more rep. You can do this thing. And He's guiding us knowing that there's a purpose. That like, we can take this break a little bit knowing that Easter Sunday is coming, but it doesn't come without Good Friday. Right. Like, there's that suffering that must take place for us to experience and reap the reward. So like, anticipate the hope that's coming, but know that you're still in it.
Right. So what about those people that haven't started Lent?
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Maybe this is a great opportunity to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great opportunity to start. Say, you know what? I kind of went to Ash Wednesday Mass, and I started, and I had all the good intentions.
Life got busy.
We had soccer, we had school stuff, whatever, and life got busy. But I've been listening to the podcast for a week, and I'm ready to do it. Right? I'm ready to take this Beyond Sunday. My thing is same way I would tell somebody in the gym. Like, start something small and attainable that you can start at. Prayer, fasting, almsgiving. Really small ways. How can you increase your prayer? What is one thing you can fast from? Fast isn't always just about food. And then how can I give of myself, time, talent, treasure to another person in a small way, and just commit to it now. Like, can I find 15 minutes a day of prayer? That's 15 15-minute chunk, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 15 1-minute little segments of the day. Can I find 15 minutes a day and pray? That's big.
Right, it's huge.
And if you want to just start there, it's great. Can I fast from not having my cell phone at the dinner table with my family?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to put my. I went to lunch today. I had my phone right on top of the table, and everybody's just looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess I got to put that phone away."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're so connected to our electronics. I mean, it's an extension of who we are as people.
Sure.
And how do we fast from that?
Yeah. A little fasting.
Yeah, a little fasting.
A little almsgiving, like
Right.
Giving of myself. Maybe that does cost like actual dollars. Maybe that says, yeah, I want to look, and each day of this season, I want to look at a member of my family and think, how can I serve them? That's almsgiving. That's giving of yourself. And so I would say start small, pick one thing, and then don't put too much pressure on yourself, because it's not about the work that you're doing. The work in and of itself, even the fasting. Like, what if I fast from my phone? Well, the phone's not evil. That's not the point. The point is we're giving it up for something even better.
And how do we celebrate those little victories, right?
Yeah, and so just to keep journeying on the path, stay in the desert, because the desert isn't a place of comfort.
Nope.
Like Jesus went 40 days without food. They said without food, and he was hungry. Yeah, of course, but also he didn't have a shower. He didn't have a pillow. He didn't have an iPhone. He didn't have all these things. We can do a little something.
So one of the things that gets me through is choosing Christ in the face of temptation. So I say that to myself every single day. Choose Christ in the face of temptation, because temptation comes every day.
Sure.
And it comes in different forms and shapes, right?
Yeah.
It could be food. It could be whatever the promises that you asked to give up, the ones that you desire to give up. It could become in the temptation of a distraction, right? So how do I face Christ in the face of temptation?
Yeah.
How do I choose him and say, yes, Christ?
Well, we are over halfway through the Lenten journey.
Yeah.
We do have something to look forward to with anticipation of hope. That's coming, but we're not done yet.
Right.
So we will continue to take this journey beyond Sunday into our daily life. So if you haven't started your Lent yet,
or if you've fallen off,
then let's get back on the horse. Let's journey on, and let's make that journey all the way to the finish line to celebrate Easter.
Right.
Until next time, thank you for joining us on Beyond Sunday.
Happy journey. Yeah, happy journey. Yeah.
Good.